Okay, so I started my motovlog channel on YouTube, and I haven't done anything because I cannot get a mic adapter for my GoPro 7. They've been out of stock for months and months. Got one on order, still waiting. But I want to talk a little bit about buying a used Harley Davidson. I've never had a big twin Harley. This is my 2007 Ultra Classic I just purchased. 27,000 miles on the clock, had a stage 1 kit in it. And it needed a few things. It is a 12-year-old motorcycle. Cosmetically, it's in beautiful condition. I love the blue and silver paint. But it did need a few things after I started riding it. One of which was the compensator. It was making a loud bang on startup. And it still had the original old-style compensator in it. Now has an SE compensator in it, the new style. Much quieter, starts better, doesn't make any noises when it's starting up. And one thing you have to realize when you buy a used bike is any of the stuff, you're inheriting any of the stuff that was done incorrectly to it when you first bought it or before you bought it. This has a stage 1 kit in it. It's got the Vance & Hines dual dresser head pipes into some wide ovals, and of course my wide ovals have the pitting, the chrome pitting, and the chrome flaking off, so on and so forth. They sound great, they look good. I don't know if I want to spend the money on a new tip for the right side. And it already has the SE air cleaner. This is an open back air cleaner, so it's free-flowing. And it had a stage 1 can tune from the dealer. And that's where my problems all began. I decided I wanted to do camshafts, so I put a set of Andrews 48H cams in it. Pretty easy install. I picked up a Vance & Hines Fuel Pack 3. That was a mistake. Basically, if you're going to get a Fuel Pack 3, make sure you get a stock tune in the bike. It did not work well with the can tune that was in there. Nothing but problems. Spent hours and hours on the phone and never could get it to work. Luckily, I went to a swap meet. There was a portable dyno there in a trailer. Older gentleman, great guy, Fred, did a great tune on it. We put a Power Commander 5 in it, and he managed to get the bike running awesome. So I've been really happy with that. So I'm going to add an auto tune, the Power Commander auto tune feature, the AT100. And I started looking at the O2 sensors, and I took out the O2 sensors. And of course, upon removal of the front O2 sensor, and let me see if I can find it here. There it is. And hopefully you can see the threads. I'll try and get the light on it. Camera's jumping all over the place on my stick. Well, anyway, there's the threads, and you can see they are boogered up big time. So we went ahead and got a O2 sensor thread chaser, cleaned out the threads, and everything went together just fine after that. Some of the other things I changed, I did go with the Amazon $100 LED headlights. They work awesome, work great. The rear shocks were shot, stock air shocks, factory air shocks. Yanked them out and put a set of Olin shocks in the back. Shortly after I got it, it needed a battery, so I put a new battery in it. It's got a Hayden primary chain tensioner in it. I just put that in. I'm running Bel-Ray primary case oil, so I'll put about 500 miles on it and then change the oil after the tensioner's been broke in. They say 500 miles and it's all set. Let's see. Anything else I've done? Yes, I did put a Hog Tunes amp and speakers in it. Radio sounds much better and it's much louder, and a RAM phone mount. Then I put the Long Ride Shields windscreen on it. It's a little bit shorter. It's got the flip up. With my wife on the back, she says she's not getting any buffeting and it's working well. So been pretty happy with that. And things you're going to have to start keeping an eye on. It is a 12-year-old motorcycle. I noticed I put the wiring harness in to make my tail trunk lights, brake lights, turn signals, so on and so forth. But my main brake light quit working. So I traced the wires back. I was watching, and it ended up being the bulb socket. There was a problem with it. It was just easier for me to buy the new harness for it and put the harness in there. That made a world of difference. So anyway, this is going to be like my first video for the vlog. And as soon as, if and when I should say, I ever get the mic adapter to where I could put a mic on this, put it in my helmet, I'll do some on the road stuff. Doing a mini iron butt tomorrow, only 600 miles. It's supposed to be 100 degrees out. It's going to be hot, but should be a nice ride. We're going to upstate New York, up at Saratoga. So I'll report back on how the ride goes. And I think I've got everything pretty much straightened out. I'm going to finish up my auto-tune install today, ride it a little bit, see what kind of numbers we get on the changes, and go from there. So for now, I'll say catch you on the roads. Have a great day.